My wife gave me an ultimatum: open marriage or divorce. I reluctantly agreed. Now she regrets it as her Boytoy dumped her and she's begging to close it, but I fell for my friend with benefits. So I served her divorce papers and took the kids. I've been with my wife for over 13 years. I am 34 and she is 31. We had our ups and downs, lived in different cities for a while, but always stayed together. Or so I thought. Turns out that she'd been feeling trapped in our relationship for some time now. She says that she still likes me, more like a friend than anything else, and that she wants to stay married to me, but she also wants to open our marriage to explore her sexuality and is perfectly comfortable with me doing the same. Alas, I don't want that. Well, I want us to win her love back. Any tips in how can I do that? Friendly strangers? Best comments. Chances are when a partner wants to open the relationship, they already have someone picked out or they are attempting to whitewash their cheating. So you need to ask her, who is it? Don't do it. Reconcile or divorce. But you're going to get divorced either way. Smart plan would be to consult an attorney tomorrow. You're going to be destroyed when she's going out on dates and you're not. The marriage is over. Best to start thinking that way. You guys have kids? 2 girls. Update number 1. Firstly, thank you all for your comments. As for the update, well, I confronted my wife last night. Apparently, sex isn't the issue. I've been satisfying her needs just fine, but my behavior, and I have to agree with her on that one. You see, I suffer from chronic pain, which makes me quite cranky most of the time. Thus, I've been treating both her and our daughters in a less than stellar manner. She told me she wanted to open our marriage to escape the feeling that she's trapped in a relationship due to money issues. It'd be very costly for us to divorce, and that she missed that feeling of wanting to come home. She also swore over her mother's grave that she hasn't been seeing anyone, nor have ever cheated on me. So, I understand her point of view, and I committed to become a better husband, father, and partner. Sadly, that wasn't the first time I said that. Thus, she didn't believe 100% in me. Still, she said she was willing to keep our marriage closed for now if I displayed changes in my behavior, which I'll do. After all, no one deserves to live with a permanently grumpy all the time. As for, I like you as a friend part, she said that to hurt me. It was a vengeful action. She wanted to hurt me just as I've hurt her with my bad mood and rudeness. She apologized, and, as of today, our marriage seemed to have done a 180 degrees for the better. I truly hope that the next update, if there'll be a next update, will bring more good news. For now, however, that's it. Update number 2, 3 months and 7 days after the last update. About 4 months ago, my wife became friends with our daughter piano teacher. It happened during the lowest point in our marriage. Their friendship soon evolved into sexual attraction, and she blandly told me that she wanted to sleep with him. For some reason or another, he turned her down, which devastated her and gave me an opportunity to work on our marriage. We're now in a better place than we're in the last 5 or so years. The thing is, she's still friends with the guy. The very first she does once she wakes up is to text him. They spend the whole day texting. And more than once, she said that she wanted to hang out with both me and him. Her reasoning is that she wants us to be friends too. I'm extremely uncomfortable and insecure with that whole situation. I'm feeling that she'd ditch me the second he calls for her. Since we're both adults, I've spoken to her about that. She said that she feels sorry that something that makes her feel so good, the friendship, makes me feel the way I feel. She reiterated that she loves me and that she wants to make our marriage work, but also that she won't end the friendship nor put some boundaries in it, and that it isn't my right to tell with whom she can or cannot talk. Truly, I agree with that. I'm not her owner nor anything. But that friendship in particular is ruining my mental health, and the fact that she considers a 4-month friendship just as important as our 13 relationship makes me feel completely devalued. Anyway, I'm lost. So, strangers of the internet, can you help me? Best comments. The mystery is solved as to why she wanted the open relationship. There's always someone. Put it this way. If it was reversed and you had a female friend that you were attracted to and admitted to having a strong sexual attraction to and attempted to initiate sex, but she rejected you, but continued to text every day, how would she feel? Hypothetically, she might just say, I'd be fine with it. But if you truly find a new female friend from the gym or cafe or work and do the same and see how she'll feel. I could do that, but I fear that if I get a side piece or whatever, it'd make her feel that's okay to sleep with whoever she wants to. She already felt that way. You said she literally tried to F him and he turned her down back then. Now is now, and they text constantly. You may feel your marriage is better than ever, but the reality is it ended the day she decided to try to F him. You're nothing more than a placeholder until she's able to get him to pull the trigger. Update number 3. So, as I've already said in some of the comments below, last Sunday, I've broken up mentally with my wife. Yes, I'll keep going with the good, loving husband act, and I won't talk to her again about the piano instructor. He was fired from the school, by the way. Most importantly, I won't shut down anyone that shows interest in me, nor I'll feel bad about cheating on her. She brought this on herself. I'll stay married because of the kids and our finances, but once the kids are taken for granted, it'll take 13 or so years. I'll divorce her and start my life over. The 50s are the new 30s, right? Best comments. You need to start untangling your life from her. She has no respect for you and little, if any, love. If she cared even a little bit about you, she wouldn't insist on putting you through this. She's a terrible wife and a terrible mother. Won't call her a terrible mother, but yes, she's being a terrible wife to me. I mentally broke up with her yesterday. I'll keep playing the loving husband act for our daughter's sake. I don't want them to have a broken home, but I won't shut down anyone that shows interest in me anymore, nor I'll feel bad about cheating on her. Once our daughters are taken care of, which will take some 13 years, I'll divorce her right away. You're not going to make it 13 years, and it's not fair to you to even try. If you're going to try to stay with her, you need to end the happy home date nights and playing house. Treat her as a roommate. 180-degree rock her, completely separate your finances except for a small joint account that you both contribute 50-50 and all bills are paid out of. Speak to a lawyer and have something done up where you get to keep your own savings and there will be no alimony or else it's divorce right now. The longer you stay with her, the higher the alimony will be. Right now, she is still living in delusion land because you are letting her and giving her no consequences for cheating on you with this guy over and over again. Literally every time she calls, meets, or texts this guy, she is cheating on you. The friendship angle is bullshit. Also, talk to this guy and find out what his problem is. Let him know if he entertains any more contact with your wife. You will make sure everyone in your area knows if they get lessons from him. He will steal their wife. If that's a side gig, find out his real job. Update number 4. So, I went through her phone. They did indeed plan to meet at some point before the guy backed out. She said that that was all right and wished to continue their friendship. For some time, their texts were what you expected between friends. At some point, however, he asked if she was in love with him, which made her very angry. She told him that no, she didn't love. She had the hots for him during our relationship's low point, but that's gone now. They're just friends. They kept texting, and then sometime later, he said that she was acting like his girlfriend. Nothing in their texting history since he turned her down pointed to that, though. Nor they had met without me or my daughter. That made her angry again, and she told him that no, she wasn't acting like a girlfriend, but as a good friend, because that's all they were, friends. After that, they talked about me, my night terrors, my depression, my chronic pain, about him being let go from the school, the owners, his ex. They had a pretty toxic and abusive relationship, about the girl that he was hooking up with, etc., etc. Nothing that you wouldn't expect between two friends. There are no single visualization photos, nor deleted texts. Her saying that they're just friends seems genuine, but I'm still uncomfortable with their friendship, with the possibility of a relapse, or anything of the kind. My trust on her is also gone, as is my wish was to get old with her. My decision to mentally broke up remains. She has lost me, and I really think there's no way she can make me go back on that decision. That's it for now. Update number 5. She asked me if I was okay with the ex-piano teacher having dinner with us tomorrow night. I told her yes. I'm curious to see how she'll act while near both of us. Best comments. OP provided the details about how the dinner unfolded. I hate to say this, it sounds like she wants you to get to be friends, so you can both screw her at the same time. If that's not what you want, I'm telling you right now, you need to start putting your ducks in a row and divorce her. I've thought about that too. A few weeks ago, she invited him to dinner with us. The whole time before dinner, I couldn't stop thinking that what she wanted was us to F her later or something like that. But the guy didn't show up, which made her very frustrated. I felt devastated for it, because it made abundantly clear that he was the star of the show and I was just an extra. I asked her if she wanted to go back home, but she emphatically said no, and we went out anyway. Once her frustration was gone, we had a quite pleasant night out. Update number 6, 2 months and 28 days after the last update. In the beginning of the year, the post was made in March. My wife gave me an ultimatum. Either we opened our marriage or we divorce. I begrudgingly accept to open it. She almost immediately began a relationship with our daughter's piano teacher, 23. It was a friend with benefits type situation. For most of the time, I felt miserable and depressed. Then, 2 months ago, I began to talk to an ex-girlfriend, 34, that Facebook suggested me to friend. We caught up with each other. The last time we talked was 15 years ago and decided to meet, which led to a lovely afternoon in a cafe. Soon, we began to meet weekly to hang out and chat. That eventually led to some kissing and, in a while, to sex. Meanwhile, things haven't been okay with my wife and her friend with benefits. They stopped talking, and he completely ghosted. Our daughters haven't been taking piano lessons in a while now. My wife got depressed over this for quite some time. After she got better, she began to treat me like before this whole open marriage thingy. She has been more affectionate, giving me more public display of affection, began to actually have conversations with me again, and to share what has been happening in her life as whole. Flash forward to last Saturday. I had a date with my ex-turned friend with benefits. My wife knew about that and became very depressed once she saw me ready to leave. She kissed and told that she loved me. I came back home around 3 a.m. and found her still awake, waiting for me. She told me that she missed me while I was gone and that she'd done some thinking, which led her to figure out that we should close our marriage again and to focus on healing our relationship. I told her that I wasn't interested in closing it back, but that I still wanted to continue married to her and to grow old together. She says that she accepts my decision, but now seems to be depressed once again. Best comments. I will never understand why people given an open relationship ultimatum by their partner don't immediately say, F you, we're getting divorced. I get that some might have kids, but I know a ton of divorced people whose kids spend time at both parents' homes, and they don't turn out any worse than kids whose parents stay together. If there's no kids involved, there's nothing to stay for. Because staying married is the easier option. Seriously, think about it. At this very moment, if you had to cut your paycheck in half, lose half your possessions, and move to a worse place, would you want that? When the alternative is to just pretend like something isn't happening, and you don't have to. She was already involved with the piano teacher. He dumped her because she wanted a full-blown relationship with him and he only wanted sex. She got used as the older, more experienced woman for him. Now she's done with her affair and she wants to go back to the way the marriage was before. The problem is Pandora's box has been opened. You can't close it once it's been opened. My advice is either close the marriage and do some counseling or just divorce her, so you can fully commit to your old flame. I thought so too. I even told her that, to a guy, especially a younger guy, being with a married woman is like winning the lottery. He can have all the sex he wants with her and doesn't have to call her back. Now, he's moved on to other pastures and left her to pick up the pieces. There's nothing I can do about that other than say, I told you so. If he closes, if there's a decent chance she'd find someone else, then want to open it again. I would never be able to trust her again. She's just jealous that he now has someone and she doesn't. I did tell her that if we closed the relationship, we wouldn't open it again, and that she asked me to do that, I'd divorce her without a second thought, for even I have my limits. I think you have to make a choice, and if you choose to stay, your boundary is reasonable. More important, you have a kid. Update number 7. Let's start with the piano teacher. Apparently, he went AWOL due to depression. Nearly delete himself. I don't know why. Now that he's better, he came straight back to my wife, who has been talking to him daily, but not 24/7. I asked her if she still wanted to close our marriage now that he came back into her life. She said yes. Whatever they did in the past is in the past, and that now they're just friends, best friends. Do I wholeheartedly believe in that? Not really. I mean, they agreed to meet up yesterday. He bailed at the last second, and she spent the rest of the day saddened. In the meantime, the situation with my friend with benefits became more complicated as she caught feelings for me. I do like her. She's one of my favorite people in the world. But I can't make her mine, for I'm already taken. I love my wife, and I don't want to divorce her. For now, we took a break so that she could decide what she wants to do next. Hopefully, these feelings will go away. Update number 8. Again with the piano teacher. He came to talk to her 2 weeks after bailing. They kept talking 24/7 for 2 days straight. Then he told my wife that she was suffocating him and went no contact once more. As for me and my friend with benefits, we hung out with some of our mutual acquaintances around the same time that the piano teacher went no contact again. They were very supportive of our relationship. Update number 9. The piano teacher stroked back last Friday night. He told her that he went no contact because of some stuff regarding his internship and his finals. Once again, they went back to talking 24/7 and even hung out twice since then. Thus, I asked her if she still wanted to close the marriage. She told me yes. Then I asked if she wanted me to stop talking to my friend with benefits. She said yes again. And finally, I asked if she was going to stop talking to the piano teacher too. She went dead silent. I laughed and told her that the marriage will stay open. Meanwhile, me and friend with benefits had a date in the very place where we had our first date. It was very nice. She confessed to have fallen in love with me once more, and I told her that the feeling was mutual. Alas, she doesn't want to leave her husband, and I don't want to leave my wife. Thus, we're going to stay friend with benefits. That said, I think it's important to mention that I haven't been neglecting my wife this whole time. Not once did I leave her to be with my friend with benefits other than on my date night, nor I stopped to care for her, be affectionate to her, have sex with her, etc., etc. I also kept paying for her therapy and comforted her during her depression. She got really jealous of my relationship with my friend with benefits, but that stopped every time the piano teacher came back in her life and disappeared with him too. Update number 10. 1 month and 29 days after the last update. My wife gave me an ultimatum last year to open our marriage. Since then, she had a fling with our daughter's old piano teacher, which hurt me deeply, for I couldn't see myself doing that to her. Flash forward to nowadays. Me and an old girlfriend reconnected and became friend with benefits. The piano teacher ghosted my wife, which led her to ask me to close our marriage and work on our relationship. I said no, which bothered her until the piano teacher came back in her life. The piano teacher's presence isn't constant. He comes and goes as he pleases while she has become emotional dependent on him. If he's talking to her, she's fine. If he isn't, then she's miserable. Her attitude towards me also changes depending on his presence. She usually ignores me when they're on speaking terms, but comes back crawling to me once he's gone off her life for one reason or another and demands that I give her my undivided attention. Naturally, I haven't been doing that. I've been dividing my time between her and my friend with benefits, taking them both on dates and keeping invested on their lives. That's not enough for my wife. She says that I'm treating my friend with benefits more as if she was my wife, and that this is making her feeling jealous and unappreciated. I pointed out that not only she ignores me when her boyfriend is around, but also that she treats me like I'm not her husband when he's in the same place as us. Case in point, her birthday. On her birthday, I made every possible effort to make her happy. I even invited the piano teacher. And she repaid me by throwing herself at him in front of our friends and actually leaving the party with him. She replied that I'm being an asshole and that I'm attacking her instead of trying to work things out. Best comments. This whole thing is a mess. You two need to just divorce. There is absolutely no reason you're still married. She started it. She deserves everything that it's happening. But at this point, it's not even relevant anymore. From what I'm reading, you both only making each other miserable. Just divorce each other already. And each of you can go live the life y'all want to live. Update number 11. 1 month and 2 days after the last update. Opie provided new information in response to some of the comments. Why haven't you divorced this woman yet? She forced you into an open marriage because she had the hots for your daughter's piano teacher and has continued to treat you badly unless she is lonely and it benefits her. Just file for divorce and get this awful woman out of your life. The funny thing is, I did. I'm now in a perfectly healthy, monogamic relationship with my friend with benefits turned girlfriend. I've already served her the papers and moved out of the house with the kids. We're now living in a cozy apartment near my workplace, and now I'm dating my friend with benefits turned girlfriend. Life seems to finally be getting better. Good for you. How did she take it when you left her? She wasn't expecting it at all. She thought she could bully me around with the threat of divorce. Then, when I served her the papers, she was speechless. She tried to revert the situation, but no thank you. I've better stuff to do with my life. If she wants to be with her boy toy, so be it, but me and the kids are out. I'll fight for full custody of them. Again, good for you. She honestly thought she could do whatever she wanted because you wouldn't have the guts to actually divorce her. I guess she knows she was wrong now. Hopefully she doesn't give you too much trouble with finalizing the divorce and custody arrangements. With everything she's done to destroy your marriage and family, she owes you at least that. She doesn't have the means to fight a custody war. She'll have to make do with whatever I decided.